presentation. Thank you so much, Alex. And Paulo, please.
I just want to ask Alex if the plays are recorded or they are going to be live, because our playwright is on her way from the airport home now in this moment, and she asked if she could be, well, she's at home already, so good. I got her message, so
Okay.
forget it. She will be with us in a
Plays are all
minute.
recorded.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. Today we will show you 4 readings. Both the directors and the actors are the students from Nanjing University. Whether they did it well or not, I believe they all had a great time. I think they are all here now. So let's begin the presentation. Okay? Nick?
Perfect. First up this morning.
First, let's start with the play, The Siren. It is written by Hannah Hazen from George Mason University, directed by Lu Jiaqi from Nanjing University. Nick, would you please help us to play the video?
Here we go.
Okay, let's enjoy it.
Will you play with me?
Rebecca! I'm sorry for scaring you, Rebecca. I've been wanting to say something to you. I wish I was there when you needed me. But it could have been different. I didn't know you were in trouble until it was too late. How could I forgive myself? And how could you forgive me?
Will you play with me?
Hey, I don't understand, but if that's what you want, then alright, I will do anything, and I will try to make it up to you.
Jacob, are you okay? Jacob, are you alright?
I'm fine. Why are you here? Shouldn't you be awake?
I was, but when I saw you wound, I asked a parent, and they said you were here.
Easy buddies. They didn't need to say that. Anyway, why do you care where I am?
Well, if my best friend cared about you so much, then of course I should too.
Well, now that you've confirmed I'm fine, then you can tell my parents this news.
They didn't send me there. I just asked them where you were. All I wanted to do was check on you. But I guess that's no longer needed.
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have lost her again.
I see. Jacob, well, I just want to tell you that I'm sorry about everything that happened to you. But you shouldn't push away everyone who cares or tries to care about you.
You don't understand. She was just here, right in front of me. I touched her and talked to her. Rebecca's not dead, Angela. You had to have seen it. She was right next to me when I was out in the water.
Jacob, there was no one next to you in the water. Whatever you saw must have been caused by a brain.
You are wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. I'm so sorry. I wasn't there for you when you needed me. I won't leave you alone, Rebecca. I just want to see you again.
Your father and I are worried about you, so we came up to check in on you. Are you alright?
I don't want to see anyone. I just want to be alone.
Are you sure?
We were looking for you everywhere. You should be downstairs, greeting the guests at the wake, not hiding up here.
I couldn't take some apologies and pleasantries anymore. I needed to see Rebecca again.
Ha! You were shrinking your responsibilities.
I just don't want to see anyone right now. I want to be with my wife.
She's gone. Now is the time to be responsible and live your own life.
No, I won't. I can't.
It's okay. I'm here.
Where have you been? We've been waiting for over half an hour to eat. I just assumed you stood us up.
Don't be too hard on him, dear. I'm sure he must have a good reason. Look at him. He's a mess. What happened? Are you alright?
I'm okay, Ma. I just went to the beach for a while and lost a couple of time. I'm sorry. I forgot all about this dinner until now.
That's okay.
No, it's not. I won't stand for it. He does this every time. I've let him off due to Rebecca's death, but no more. He needs to get over it and get back to work.
William, he still needs time. He will get back on his feet eventually.
No, I'm done working there. I'm done. My work is what caused her death. I wasn't there for most of the time.
Oh, sweetie, you can't blame yourself for an accident like that.
Yes, I can. And I will. It wasn't just that one time. I wasn't there most of the time. It even caused our marriage to fall apart.
I didn't know that all this was wearing on you. But It's in the past now, Jacob. What your father said, it wasn't completely untrue. He just said it's in the wrong way. Right, honey?
Maybe. But Jacob still needs to get his act together.
Sweetie, we will always support on you, but it's time to let her go. Maybe you could start with this?
I'm sorry, but I can't. Not while she's back. Or at least I think.
Will you?
Rebecca! I thought I was still there. Please don't leave me. I don't think I'm able to take it. We can both be happy together. Why did you disappear the last time? It doesn't matter anyway. Why don't we just sit and watch the sunrise like we used to? Or we could take a walk down the beach or go surf shoot. Why did I say that? Rebecca, I still have something to talk with you. I need to say I'm sorry I wasn't there for you when we swept away. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on my job. I've deeply reflected on it and have changed. I'm so glad you are back.
She's not back. I'm not her.
What do you mean? You must be her. How can you not be her?
I am an ocean from the ocean, created by humans' intense desires and emotions. I simply look like her because you desired me to look like her.
No. 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 It can't be. Then what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?
Live where? Just like your lover wanted you to,
Doch lange konnte das nicht dauern,
as she
bis ihre Gewänder,
was
schwer von dem, was sie getrunken
into
hatten,
the depths
das arme
of
Geschöpf
the
aus seinem
sea.
melodischen Singen hinabzogen in den schlammigen Tod.
Really? Wait! Wait! Tell me more! Wait! This pause is just intended to help with Right. I'll try. I will do this differently than before and I will start moving forward.
Before you say anything, I will stand by your parents this time. They are worried, but I am also a little bit concerned.
I see. Well, you don't need to worry. I'm actually okay.
You're welcome. And thank you for the apology. To make it up to me, how about we go out for dinner? Really? Oh, okay, great. I know this excellent cafe. Sounds wonderful. Let's go. Let's go. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, great. The next one would be a short monologue named All I Want for You, written also by Hannah Hazen and directed by Lu Jiaqi as well. Enjoy.
Hello, sister. How many times has this been? At last count. And yet you still look the same every time. Sad, despondent, and overall unhappy. You say it's your fault and you blame yourself, but it's not. It's really not, it's mine. I chose to do it, and I would do it again. We were too young and foolish back then, getting distracted and losing track of time while we swam in the lake. That can easily cost you everything. It almost did for me, but I made sure it didn't. One choice, my life or yours. Ever since all I wanted was your happiness, but you could never give me that. I had almost forgotten what your smile looked like. I'm so glad you found someone who supports you like I used to. No, I can finally rest.
Hey,
Thank you.
okay, next one. We will watch the short play
Não.
named
Eu acho que
Now
se sobrou.
Subject.
Até tem potinho bem pequeno.
I'm sorry. Next one, we will watch the short play named Now Subject, written by Tassian Dearings from HCFU, directed by Jing Jiaxuan from Nanjing University.
What is this?
Oh, girl.
Is it true?
Calm down.
Calm down? Say something, Dad!
It was all here. And every time you opened this closet, it was like a Russian roulette.
Oh, a Russian roulette?
You would know at the right time.
right moment. What the hell are you saying, Dad?
You don't understand. But
Why did you never tell me,
you
Dad?
can't have the guts. If you only knew how many times I tried but failed.
You lied to me.
It is not like that.
It's
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, my dear daughter.
when were you going to tell me about this?
I always wanted to be the best father for you.
Then tell me the truth.
I will. Did you read everything?
Yes, I did. My mother is alive, isn't she?
Calm down, it's not like that.
It's not like that. It's not like that. It is like what, Dad?
I never wanted to lie to you, my daughter. But I couldn't do it any other way.
You wanted me to find it. I did a compatibility test, Dad. And unfortunately, we are not compatible, which is very normal among relatives. But I didn't just do this test.
Daughter,
The doctor suggested all possible tests to investigate my lung problem and heredity.
I got it.
How come we don't have any degree of father kinship? How come? How come?
Justine, you're my daughter. From the first moment I held you in my arms. It does not matter if.
It doesn't matter.
When I explain, let me get you a glass of water. Sit here. 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 You feel better.
Thank you.
I don't know where to start.
It's very strange. It seems I'm not me, and you are not too. What a terrible feeling, Dad! As if everything has fallen apart.
I want you to understand that everything I did was thinking it was the best for you. Only the best. It will be very complicated to understand. You know you had a severe breathing problem when you were born.
Mm-hmm.
That you were taken straight to the oxygen without cleaning you and without us even seeing you properly.
Tell me what's true and what's not of it all at once.
Calm down. So far it's true.
And we stayed in the hospital for another month until we got back home.
That is right. But your mother who died wasn't my Rosa. This one, from the photos, with a big belly that was married to me for years. Who do you think she is your mother? You were exchanged at the maternity ward. My daughter.
But how?
You and our daughter were born at the exact moment in milliseconds and had a similar breathing problem. You were taken to the ICU and discharged on the same day.
Impossible.
We were also in shock because we only found out 3 months later in tests we were still doing because of your lung problems. But they soon understood what happened. When Rosa found out, she just wanted our daughter back.
You have a legitimate daughter?
Of blood.
I'm so sick with this story.
Drink more water.
When I read these letters, for a moment, I thought Mom was alive. And she just dies again. And this mother, she doesn't have the same face anymore. What was she like?
Cry. My daughter.
And then,
After we got Antonia back, I did everything to keep you two. But Rosa couldn't handle the attention I was giving you. She started having inexplicable, uncontrollable jealousy attacks, and before you were a year old, she left with Antonia.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Me to my daughter.
You never searched for her.
Hundreds of times. I tried everything. But Rosa said that she would only come home if I got rid of you. It was insane jealousy. I said that would never happen because you didn't have a family. Since then, she has turned Antonia against me.
Oh, what a horrible woman.
She was never like that. To this day, I don't understand why. Since she was so religious, she thought this thing about blood children was very important.
I'm going to find Antonio. Hi. Is this Rosa's house?
Yes, but she's not home. May I help you?
Are you Antonia?
Yes, that's me.
Can I come in?
Oh, what is it about?
I'm passing by to talk about donation.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm not interested. We've already helped a lot.
Oh no! Please wait. If you can talk a little bit, I explain better. I know your mother.
Do you know her? Where from?
From church.
I don't think I will ever see you.
I'm a new congregant.
All right. In that case, you may come in.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Do you want some water?
No thanks. Is your mother coming soon?
Only later.
I also used to stay at home alone. My dad works a lot.
I like it. I have some nice neighbors. We cycle on the back paths sometimes.
Well, I'm going to be straight with you, Antonia. I don't want to take too much of your time. But I'm looking for a bone marrow donor for my dad.
Wow. I was thinking you were going to ask me for money. I'm embarrassed now. Blood cancer?
Yes. I am a blood donor, but I have never donated bone marrow. How noble. And are you asking from house to house? Yes. Wow. That's quite unusual. You are courageous. It's more like despair, but I take the compliment. Have you already knocked on the front house? The grumpy old woman's. Don't waste your time. No. Actually, you're the first one, but thanks for letting me know. Yeah. She prefers to see the lemons rolled on the ground than share them with her neighbors or with her own family who lives next door. Imagine donating marrow to a stranger. Giving is really noble. Few do, if not for a relative or friend. If there are those who don't care about their own family, imagine about the lives of others. Have you tested it yet? Oh, yes, but we're not compatible. Oh, and your mother? I don't have a mother. What happened? She died when I was born. Sorry for asking. I'm sorry. All right. My life is better than it seems. Do you agree to take the test? I do. Wow, that was fast. Thank you. Thank you. I feel sorry for you, but I also feel good about helping. Oh, you're a good person. Just don't tell my mother if you see her at church. Why? Because she doesn't support me very much in some things. She thinks we have a lot and nobody ever does anything for us. Oh. All right. Our secret. If I told you before, you wouldn't have come. Yes. I never forgive him. And if you were my mother's friend, as you told me, I'm sure you would know that. My father, he always wanted you. What? Yes, he told me that your mother, she was so jealous of me. That's why she left with you. Stop here. It's too late for that. I've already saved Otaka's life. I've done more for him than any child would. Oh, forgive me, Antonia. I just can't believe I made it. But at least you grew up with knowing he existed. And you can choose not to. Even your mother has influenced it. Do you know how horrible it is not to have a father and all your friends know he exists? It's like I'm not good enough to deserve it. Oh, it's not your fault. I spent my whole life to dreaming about my mother, imagining what would she be like with me, what her love would be like, the look in her eyes. Why? Why didn't Otaka tell you? Oh, he told me half the story. He doesn't want me to know that I'm not his daughter, and Rosa was his wife. That's the only reason why the story can make sense. My God! So how did you find me? I figured it on my own. I did a lot of blood tests and compatibility tests due to the leukemia. until I got the DNA. It was desperate. Especially when I see the photos from your mother and dozens of the photos I had never seen and lots of letters that show things she never told me. My father, he didn't need to say much.
Wow, this is my father. So, you know the story of the baby switching?
Yes, my mother told me many times since I was quite young that he left me for you. But I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at him. Oh no! My father, he always wanted both of us. But your mother never agreed with this. Don't be mad at him.
I always knew that.
You did?
I know the mother I have.
I think at last we all have the same emptiness.
My mother, she's not a bad person. She made a wrong choice.
But why has she never searched for us?
For the same reason your father never reached out to me.
Oh yes, he did.
Every man behaves. Once you realize it, there's no turning back.
I will never understand their motives. We could have grown up together.
My mom loved me more, but Otaka loved you more.
Sea life was taking different destinations than I imagined when I was younger. But I'm sure it was the right destination. There is no one in this world that I love more than you.
We are here, Dad.
Okay, great. Let's play the last one. It is named Playdate, written by Nina Katz from Toronto University, directed by Zhao Mingyun from Nanjing University. Enjoy.
And then Nathan Man swoops in and says,
Stop right here, Dr. Evil Mabel. Release Princess Apple.
and then Dr. Evil Mabel says,
Never. She's all mine now.
and then Princess Apple says,
Save me, Nathan Man. No, that's my character. I choose what she says.
okay then, but you have to play, Lyra.
Oh, wait. I'm actually a dragon. And I'm impossible to defeat. And then Princess Apple the dragon brings everyone and everything to the ground, and they all die. The end.
But then Nathan Man comes back to life, and
No, Nathan Man is dead, and dead people stay dead.
but how come Princess Apple gets to be a dragon?
Because... Anyways, let's play a new game, Nathan. This one was boring.
But I liked it.
We are playing a new game. Guess who's best?
Okay, I guess. Which game do you want to play, Lyra?
Tap?
Tag is not fun with two people.
Yeah. Hide and seek?
That's also not fun with two.
Oh! All the good games are for groups.
So we can play pretend again.
No, I don't want to play pretend. We just did that and it's boring.
But there are so many types of pretend. We're just the superheroes. Now we can be detectives, or spies, or scuba divers.
That all sucks.
No, they don't suck.
They so do.
Don't.
Do.
Don't.
Suck, 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 suck.
You're a meanie.
Suck, 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 suck.
You're a poop face.
Well, you are a lying motherfucking scumbag piece of shit.
What's that?
I heard my mommy say it to my daddy, and she always wins. So I win.
Let's stop fighting. It's not fun.
Okay, fine. Actually, let's play pretend.
Really? Awesome. What do you want to be? Want to do astronauts?
No, let's pretend to be married
Marriage? Why?
because it's fun.
Sounds girly.
Boys get married too.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. What about your dad?
I don't have a dad. I have moms.
Oh, well, I have a dad, and mommy and him used to be married. So let's play. Guess knows best.
Okay, I guess.
Okay. First, you have to propose.
What's that?
You have to get on one knee and ask me to marry you.
But you're the one who wanted to get married.
Wait. Fighting is for after marriage. The boy has to propose, so propose.
Okay, will you marry me?
Get on one knee.
Why?
Because.
Hey, will you marry me?
Yes. We need a ring.
I have a ring that I got from a Kinder Egg.
Perfect. Okay, now we get married. We need an officiant.
What's that?
This person who does all the stuff. We can use Mr. Swiggles. I will do the voice. And let's stand like this. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate the onion.
Onion?
It means coming together.
I thought I meant onion.
It means two things. Anyways, we are gathered here today to celebrate the onion of Lara and Nathan. They will now say vows. And now we say vows.
What's that?
Promises, like stuff you do in the marriage.
Okay, I promise to protect you from evil scientists, and I'll split my Kit Kats with you, and we can watch a Barbie movie on our next play date, even though they're boring.
They're not boring. But okay, I promise to never scream at you, never call your names, never slam the door, never disappear, and to always love you. Nathan, do you take Lara to be your wife? And you say I do.
I do.
Lara, do you take Nathan to be your husband? I do. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you married. Now kiss. And now we kiss.
Ugh.
Introducing Lara and Nathan. Yay!
Okay, new game now.
No. Not when the game really starts. This can be our daughter.
And this can be our son.
No. Dementia is an only child.
Dementia.
That's our daughter's name. Okay. Now we do married life. You go to work, and I stay here with Dementia.
Okay,
Hush, my baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. If that's not, go to work.
okay,
Good.
Boo! Boo! Hey
What
ya!
are you doing?
I'm a superhero!
No, you are not.
Yes, I am. That's my job.
Oh, okay. Fine. But now you get home from work.
Okay, I'm home from work.
You are late.
I'm sorry, Lyra.
Sorry, it's not good enough, Nathan. You think I'm your fucking maid or something? You think you can waltz in here at turn 30, expecting a warm dinner and a sugar off? Say, well, someone has to put food on a goddamn table.
Someone has to put food on the table.
You lying bastard! I bet you were playing around with a whore.
What?
Say, you are delusional, Lyra.
You're delusional, Lyra.
You don't give a damn about me or this family. Lumetia doesn't even recognize you. You're barely home, and even when you are, you don't spend time with her. You just eat, shower, and sleep. I'm not an animal.
Raw.
What?
I'm an animal, right? So I'm a lion because Simba is the best.
No, you are actually not an animal. I'm just calling you one.
Why?
Because that's what adults do. Anyway, it's your turn. Now get mad at me for something.
But I'm not mad at you.
It's all pretend. Just think what your mommy and daddy yell about.
I don't have a dad, and my moms don't yell.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
But they're adults, and adults yell.
But my moms don't yell.
So then how do they speak?
They just do.
Really? There's really no yelling? Your house is weird, then. Anyways, you have to say, I'm leaving.
Okay. I'm leaving.
Then go! Get out!
Out. What was that for?
It's just for the game. Are you okay?
This game isn't very fun.
No, it is. It's lots of fun. And now it's fun, and now it's time for divorce.
What's that again?
What happens after marriage? Come, let's go to court. Dementia stands here in the middle so she can watch.
Hi, Mesha.
Don't you dare say her name, bastard! I sound just like Mommy. Okay. I guess Ollie will be the judge, and Pikachu will be my lawyer.
I guess Mr. Buttercup will be my lawyer.
Okay, now they fight. The judge will count down. 3, 2, 1, go! Take this! Adultery, neglectful husband and parent! Special move, family locked RSOC3 1990, and finishing move, sole custody and spousal support. I declare Lara the victor. Later gets no visitation rights. Divorce granted.
You control the judge, though. You cheated.
No, you cheated. That's why you lost.
So, now what?
Now, you say bye to Lumansha. Because you will never ever see her again, ever.
Okay, bye, Nanjing. I'll miss you.
Why are you saying bye, Nanjing? Don't leave me. Come back home.
What should I say?
Say, I love you. I will miss you so much.
But that doesn't answer the question.
Just say it.
Hey, I love you. I'll miss you so much.
Now you walk away.
Hey,
No, don't leave me. Come back. Come back.
I'm back. I'm here.
No, you are not supposed to come back. You are gone.
But that's so sad. Lumansha wants me to be here.
It doesn't matter what Lumansha wants. This is how it is.
But she's our daughter. We should make her happy.
That's not realistic, though. Parents don't do that in the real life.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Do.
Don't.
Do.
They don't. They don't. They don't. Parents don't care. They never care, so don't lie.
But my moms do care. And this game isn't fun. I don't want to play it anymore.
It's fun. It's fun because it's real. Not like you stupid superheroes and scuba divers. We're playing a real game here. Some plushes don't have a magic home, and some plushes end up alone.
I'm sorry, Lyra. I didn't mean to make you sad.
I don't know how to stop being sad. I thought this game would be fun, but you don't think it's fun, and maybe it's not fun at all.
So then we don't have to play it. If it makes you sad, then it's a bad game. We can play a better one. We can play tag at the park. It can be fun with two people, probably.
But I don't want to leave Lumansha.
It is my house, my rule, and my rule is that Lumansha is sleeping, and we should wake her up, and she'll be very happy when we're back.
Really?
Yeah, come on, let's go. I'll race you.
Hey, you didn't come down. That's cheating. Mom's gonna buy you mockingbird. It's that mockingbird to sing. Mom's gonna buy you a diamond ring.
Alright then, that's all we have.
So much. This is that moment where we get to come back together. We invite you to turn on your cameras and join us in offering all of these artists a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so grateful. And as you're coming back on camera, we'll transition into a few minutes of talk back, which is often our favorite part because we really get to dig into the work a little bit, which is wonderful. So this is an opportunity for playwrights and directors and audience members, dramaturgs, if you're here, to engage in questions, comments about what you saw, reflection about the process, what you experienced, what it was like to make the work, what it was like to hear your work made in this way. So I open the floor to any questions or comments, and The chat is also open, so feel free to post in the chat if you have any questions. And don't be shy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Alex.
Paulo just want to say something.
Oh, great. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the hand. I apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex has the preference, of course. Alex, if you want to say something before me, go ahead.
Okay. Before the production, I discussed it with our student. And shall we do it like a live show, or shall we just record it? And they all prefer to do the later. And I think maybe the recording is much more easier than and do a live show. But we can see that the last one, it's not stop in the middle, and I think they did a great job. Use a lot film skills to make the video more interesting.
Definitely, thank you. And those design elements definitely help open up the story, which is great to see. Thank you. I'd be interested to hear from any of the students who worked in the pieces what that was like for you.
Yeah, we're looking forward to your comments.
Yeah.
Please, anything.
And Paulo, I don't want to forget you either, so please jump in.
Okay. Since yesterday, I'm really impressed with the work of actresses and directors. I think this project has grown to a level in which not just the playwright has a very important role in the process and the end result, but also the cast and the directors. And we saw that yesterday and today. So my question would go for the three directors for today, because I talk for myself, we are very curious about how different these, let's say, Western plays sound for Chinese directors. So how hard or what were the challenges for these three directors to stage and also for the actresses to act in these roles? Because how different culturally are these themes and plays for the Nanjing University students?
Thank you, Paul.
Okay, guys, who is first?
Hi.
Xuan, would you want to say something?
Let me think for a few minutes.
Sure, there's no rush. Form the response you want to make. Absolutely.
What do you think of the play culturally?
Hi, excuse me.
Okay,
Please.
yeah.
Anybody hear me? Okay, fine. So first, I'm the main actress in the final play date as Lara. I would like to introduce myself as a sophomore, Russian major at Nanjing University, and well, actually, my experience of rehearsing the play and the problems inside is quite concrete. For example, we need to spend enough time understanding what exactly is Kinderegg and why there is a ring in it, and else we need to spent some time imagine why would Nathan say that he doesn't have dad and only have moms. We thought it may had something to do with LGBT or something like that. And so, but mainly it's still quite easy to completely understand the main scene of the play, and I have to say it's a very joyful experience rehearsing this.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing that. That's a great example of a cultural question. That's great. A cross-cultural question. Brilliant.
No, thank you.
Thank you. And I'm watching the chat as you all are thinking. And there's lots of thank yous going into the chat right now. So thank you.
I'd like to say thank you to Nina. You wrote this greatly, and I really love the character Lara, and so thank you too. Sorry,
And let's see, I see another question popping into the chat. Playwrights, do you have questions for the Nanjing team? So that can be open to you, Hannah, or you, Nina, or Bastian. Yeah,
Not
Nina,
really
please.
a question, I don't think, but I thought it was so excellent. My piece was the last one that was shown, like representing this, like the plush toys with like actual actors. I'd never conceived of it that way, but seeing it on stage, I was like, oh, that's actually brilliant. That's awesome. So I'm really glad you guys made that choice. And it's just kind of wonderful to see like how people interpret your work. And I was really impressed. Thank you.
yeah, yeah, you actually said, you actually said a question that we really thought about. So at the very first beginning, when I first read this play, I thought the plushie would be something you hold on your hand, right? You open it and to speak. But then the director told me that they decided to let actresses to play in this, and well, it turns out they did a great job, especially the lady in the green clothes. We we all love her, and her performance was so vivid and so natural, and they really add much more wonderful colors in this play. So yeah, but it's also a surprise for us that a little bit change would add so much difference to the final result. Yeah, so this is quite important for the plushes.
Hannah.
So I just have like a comment and then a question. So for my works, basically I was so impressed with how you guys did it. I was like, whoa, this is even better than I imagined when I was writing this. Like, wow, I just like can't even, like with the siren, like the costumes and the set pieces, I was just blown away. You guys did fantastic with it. Like I was just completely awed by what you guys did with my work. Great job.
I'm so glad you love it.
Like I was just completely awed by that. And then what I have a question about was at the very, very end of the siren, why did you guys choose to have the siren come back with the lantern?
Yeah, because when I got the script, I was fascinated by its sense of mystery. And as there are many descriptions of the sea and the moonlight, also there has a siren, yeah, such character. So I pay attention to the atmosphere. And but when I think about the siren, I found that the words about her can be very little. Yeah, so I think what should she be like? So I think maybe she could just be lonely and as a ocean being of the sea, and there may be something quite different between she and Jacob. So I think I should pay more attention to it. Yeah, and I add the last thing.
That makes sense. I like that. And then one
Yeah,
more
thank
comment.
you.
Yeah. With All I Want for You, I really liked the way that you incorporated animation, and then a letter. I didn't think about it being a letter writing. What made you guys come up with that idea?
Pardon? I couldn't hear you clear.
Oh, sorry. Like what made you guys come up with the idea of writing a letter for the monologue for you?
Yeah, because I think the most thing about the monologue is that you can broaden your imagination. As a core of sister, it's very interesting. I think you can comprehend it in many ways, such as girls, maybe they are lovers or they are just sisters of the family. So I choose a childish way to do it, and because the girl was dead, so maybe she was write something in the heaven to pour out her thoughts to her lover. So I just made a scene of the girl writing the letter. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's the power of interpretation at work, which is beautiful to see. Thank you. Paulo, I saw your hand.
Thank you, Nick. So I understand this is basically a student playwriting project, but I want to make a question to Hannah, but before that, I need to praise both Nina and Jiaqi because Nina's play was so interesting, so an ironic and critical view of adult life from a children's perspective. It was, Nina, congrats, it was a great play. And Jiaqi work on Hannah's play because so Hannah started, I don't know if you started, Hannah, but we were together in the beginning of this play. And Jiaqi did a great, when I saw Laurence Olivier and Joan Fontaine and the connection she did with Rebecca, the film, the classical film, and this is maybe another question, how much is that already in the play itself, in the script, Jiaqi, or if it was a directing idea? And for Hannah, I would like to ask her, because we started together to develop her play, and about the process, because I understand that the emphasis, although I think the product is really important too in art, and we can see that the products are great here in this project. Hannah, tell me a little bit how much further, so what happened after you started the play with me? Because of course I can recognize lots of images, but I see that many things changed too. And there was a lot of poetry. Congrats to Hannah. It was so sensible what you tell her, and of course the way Jiaqi directed it. So my two questions are for Jiaqi about the film Rebecca, and for Hannah, what was the process after you started the play with me last year?
So I think I had a set idea that I thought I wanted to do. I wanted to do, basically, I originally started off with a different beginning. So I didn't start off with the beginning at the beach. I started off at the wake. That's where it was up until almost the submission point. And then I got a suggestion from someone, I don't remember exactly. I had a lot of people that I got suggestions from. And they're like, why don't you start from here instead? It just feels like it would work better. And then I tried it and I was like, you know what, I actually like that better, and I could just rework it a little. And I read through it and it worked better. And I also reworked the coworker friend a little bit because there was like an argument between him and her where she basically got like completely stepped on, and she was like, I'm okay with that. And I was like, no, that's not okay. I didn't realize that until someone also told me, and I was like, oh, that's probably not valid as a human being. So I just reworked a few things, and I was like, okay, this seems more dramatic and valid as a thing. And then the ending, originally it was going to be tragic, which that would be nice. But then I was like, maybe I should leave it on a more hopeful spin. I kind of want him to not be swallowed by his grief or the sea or whatever, which, because you know that's always a nice ending or whatever. But I want it to be more of a, I want to live on and continue on after my grief, because that also kind of shows my own journey through grief. So I wanted to show that through my play. So that's why I continued on through there. So yeah.
Thank you, Hannah. And Jiechi, to the film, Rebecca, what inspired you, and what is the connection that you draw?
Yeah, cause when I choose the script, I thought of the Hitchcock's Rebecca, cause the same scene and the same image of a dead wife who does not even appear, but she runs through the plot for a long time. So I think there have some connection, yeah, between them.
It's always interesting to see pieces in conversation with one another. It helps us as artists to have something that's in relief of something else and opens up a different resonance. And so I think that that's really useful as an image, to see those two things juxtaposed. I really appreciated that choice.
Yeah, thank you.
I just wanted to also comment, I loved the use of the mirrors for like the beach and the water and the siren. I thought that was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kristen was also commenting in the chat about the decision to bring the siren back with the lantern. This suggested a cycle beyond this one narrative of grief, which is really, really impactful. Yeah. Other comments, other curiosities, questions? We have time for about 2 more this morning. Janet.
Hi, I have a question for the team at Nanjing University. I'd like to know your process. I'm really interested to know how you guys work. Is this part of a class? Is this part of an extracurricular process that you run, Alex? How do you guys, when do you start working, and when do you shoot? We're in the midst of it now.
I can explain it.
Go.
We work it separately. Each group that's in charge of his own works. And I have to admit that this year, I couldn't pay more attention on their producing. So partly because of my idea of how to be a good mentor. I think a good mentor could be someone who is invisible, so that the student can show themselves. There's an excuse.
Not an excuse.
Apparently, they did a great job. I think. They did it more than a reading. They have costumes, they have music, they have, I'm very proud of them. And maybe our students want to share more how you produce the play.
Maybe an easy starting place is, how long did you work on them? How long was your process?
Less than a month, like I think 20 days, right?
Wow.
Yeah, and we spend very few money on it.
That's intense. That's intense.
I think there's much to say about, though, the hands-off approach. It allows the students more creativity. They don't feel like there's a gaze they have to speak to. They can fully jump in. And of course, you're there as a mentor if something goes wrong, or they know you'll eventually see their work. But I think there's something freeing about allowing them to do what they want. So I like your approach.
Thank you. Thank you. I try to do my best, but sometimes I just can't. So I will talk with them and to settle down the style and how they do it to make sure that they are on a right way. So that's it. And then I quit and waiting for their result. I want to say that this year's theme, water, it's very interesting. It's really a great theme. It reminds me of Eugene O'Neill. You know, in Eugene O'Neill's early plays, he wrote a lot of plays about oceans and how the ocean swallowed people, like the fate swallowed our lives. So when I read the Siren, that Hannah's work, I could almost sense Eugene O'Neill. So please keep up the good work.
That's lovely to hear. And I do see a question popping up in the chat too. I was reading comments and I saw that Chin said, I love the way that you put the details in the scene of null subject, so sensitive and creative. But I feel that my text should be much shorter. How did you handle it?
Is this for me?
Oh, no.
For I think it's a question for the team that worked on null
Okay,
subject.
no. Just
Yeah,
making
no.
sure.
Yes.
It's me. I think it's a story and belongs to the girls, and I really love it. But when I first read it, I thought some of the plot points were so over the top that they didn't seem like they would be in real life. But by the time I read it in detail with the cast, I realized it wasn't as simple as it seemed. In fact, the girl, Justine, has her life suddenly turned upside down, and we expect a series of great tragedies to occur. However, things are simply resolved in two girls with marvel and the courage with which they defend their lives. So I turned it into a pure girl story in which the fire is obscured. It's a story of choice, courage, trust, and of course, one could say self-deception. Two girls take a big event that could shake their lives and cover it in a tacit way. In the end, they go on with their previous lives as if nothing had happened. Yet we know that many things have changed. Only the people have to choose to go on. So because this is a story of girls facing frustration, girls making choice, girls agreeing, girls defending their lives, I think Orca does not act so it does no matter if she's treated as a dummy. I make a choice to let the robotic voice take the place of a real man's voice. In fact, whether Orca really gives much as he says it does for Justin, in the end, Justin will believe in this now. It's more longer than we imagine. I think maybe it's because the robotic voice Snow take more time to speak. That's it.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Thank
Paolo.
you.
I just have the feeling that we are little bit lost in translation here after Tassiani's comment when she says that the text should be much shorter. I'm pretty sure that she's positively impressed that the director, Jing and Jashuan, what she made with her text is not that she's telling, no, come on, it's not that long, but the opposite. So she's positively impressed, right, Tassiani? This is what you mean, right? Just to explain the translation here.
Exactly. Thank you, Paul. Yeah.
That makes great sense, and I took it that way myself. That what do we make of this? Because I felt like it was long. So thank you for so that's what I took from it. But it actually, I thought that if I may respond for a minute from my own vantage, I usually don't jump in, but I thought that the robot voice really worked very well. And yes, it does take a little bit longer to speak, but the stakes are very high. And something about the time that that voice allowed, protracted over the length of the piece, really helped me settle into those stakes. So I actually really appreciated the choice. And I also saw a kind of secondary comment in that choice of a robotic voice. How many times have children heard this narrative from a parent? How many times do these lies and these lives happen? So there was something really interesting in roboticizing the voice, and I really appreciated that. Thank you. I wanted to acknowledge Kristen and then Janet.
Thank you. I wanted to say that I am continually inspired by the exchange of imagination that we can share in this kind of forum. I mean, I think the choices we saw today were so bold, really bold artistic choices that we're still putting the words of the playwright first, so that the playwrights could hear, they could follow and track their own choices. They could make new discoveries through this. But I want to commend everyone for your bold choices, for taking risks, artistic risks. I mean, tremendous discoveries here. And I love that we can talk about the ideas, that we can talk about the inspiration, and we can talk about the discovery. So thank you so much, everyone from Nanjing University, and Alex for your mentorship, and that wonderful style of mentorship that I know Janet appreciated earlier. It yields such fruit. Thank you.
May I say something first?
Oh, please. And then, yeah.
I have to give my thanks to Christine and Nick. Because of them, we have this wonderful project. This is the third year that we joined in. And I have to say, it is special, important for our Chinese student to be part of it. Because we all know that the globalization nowadays is facing a very serious problem. And especially in China, that we want to shut down the border and not want to, communicate anymore. So the project could be a window that open for our young student. So really, thank you very much for that.
We thank you too. We're grateful for the exchange, and we want to keep the line open.
Great.
Janet.
I also want to say I loved seeing these pieces. I loved seeing the imagination of the students at Nanjing University. They did an extraordinary job. But sometimes we often look at the exchange as being set once the play is presented. It's given and presented. But for me, I was inspired for Nina, and maybe Nina can speak to this, thought, Nina, to direct this play here somewhere. Because, sometimes the play is done and we wait for director. Nina can also direct, and will be directing something later on when University of Toronto is putting on their pieces. But are you inspired to put this play on in Toronto somewhere? Or are you team, Nina? Because I thought this needs to be seen. What are your thoughts?
Pardon the background noise. I, yeah, I would love to put this play on. I I really love just this is just my own, but I really like 10-minute plays. Like I think they're just such a nice slice of theater, so condensed, so bright. And I think doing more of them would be so much fun. And because you get to show so many voices in like a short span of time, like there's something just so like creatively inspiring about like 10-minute plays. Um, so I don't know, I kind of want to like rally a gang and be like, should we do a festival? But yeah, it'd be really fun. And just seeing this and like seeing how many opportunities there are for interpreting a text, like taking what's given, but then like giving to what you have been given. It's really exciting, and I'm inspired, and I look forward to maybe trying to do the same thing. Thank you.
It's great. Thank you. That is why we do it. That's why we do this, for that very reason. We are just about at time this morning. I will leave the chat open for another few seconds. Any final thoughts are welcome. And of course, this recording will be available with all of the others on the 1001 Plays website, and we'll make sure to share it with the global partners so that all of the playwrights can have a record of their work going forward. And I just want to thank you all so very much. And I also would like to invite you to our upcoming readings. So right now we're kind of through the bulk of the readings for this period. We're done in March, but we come back in May, later in the spring, with the rest of our global partners. So we'll see Moi University on May 1st, Santa Catarina Federal University on May 2nd, and University of Toronto on May 3rd. And we still have Universitatea de Arte Targumares from Romania in to be determined. So we're excited to welcome you all back, and we hope to see you for those readings as well. As far as today goes, I think we'll wrap up there and say a huge thank you to Alex, to all of your students for hosting this reading this morning, and we very much appreciate your work. And thank you all for being with us. Take care.
Thank you. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank
Great
you.
to see you.
Bye.